morning, Predicted Trades family. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm using a new mic today, so let me know in the chat and YouTube if it's too quiet or it's sounding okay. And we'll do a little quick review. Yesterday we opened in a number of stack squeezes, so I said, likely going to stay somewhat in this range. And that's what we got. We held that 3980 area and took off from it up to 4,000, had a pullback again to that 3980, and then took off through 4,000 up to our next key levels, 4017, 4019, topping out at that 4017, and then rejecting and falling back to the bottom of the day's range and almost down to our key level below at the bottom of these squeezes. We covered, these squeezes every morning in prep. If you missed it, definitely worth going back and seeing yesterday's prep. If you ever miss prep, it's good to go back and watch it, especially after the day unfolds, so you can at least see the thesis that I lay out and how to trade against it. But, we held squeeze bottoms in the morning. We take off up to key zones. We reject and come back. We have PPI today, so a little sell-off and a hard sell-off after 2, 3 very strong days, because yesterday we did push new highs. So even though that sell-off at the end of the day was pretty sharp, it pretty much held up right in our zone up here for the potential for continuation. And every day I try to review this chart as well. Just to say, we were coming in the morning right near these moving averages. We slipped them for a second, but when we were right back to them and pushing off of them, that's when I try to go long, right? Up until we top out, we come right back, hold them again, and we keep going up to our zone. And even though we gave them out, we just fell to the next moving average. Again, these are moving averages, the 45 EMA from each intraday time frame. So 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, and then I think I have a 10 minute in there. Just trying to keep an eye on, for me, the 45 EMA is kind of the reverse of trend. And even though we lost it a little bit on the 10 and 15 minute, we held the 30. 30 minute is kind of our intraday trend main time frame that I watch. As long as we keep holding 30 minute, it's very strong in the trend. Once we start to give it out, then we're falling back to consolidation, where they decide if we go higher or not. But overall, held that 30, and now back above the 15. We do have PPI coming out in about 15 minutes. So we'll see what the reaction is to that, but pretty much as long as we are holding above yesterday's low, and this 30-minute 45 at 38.80, which is where we were basing in the morning, 39.80, sorry, then, we're looking good at the upside. We'll have to see how that reaction is. Before we get going too far into where we could be going, let's look at our economic calendar. So at 8:30, we have that PPI, Producer Price Index, and some manufacturing data. Then we have some Fed speakers today, a little bit of housing data at 11 a.m. We have some retail sales numbers coming out this week, or I'm sorry, on Wednesday. We also have a good amount of retail